Did somebody like break into my house and ransack it? Oh no, that's just what happens when you have a cat. Did you do it? So as I pick this up, let me just tell you, oh, I didn't want to sit on the couch, and I'll show you why in just a second. So everything's slick, everything's muddy, everything's greasy, like it's really gross. So today while I was walking to class, I was like, you know what? I have a feeling I'm going to fall today. Like, I don't know. I said it to my friend. I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm going to fall. It just like was like a premonition I had. And lo and behold, at the bottom of like my hill, this guy has like decided that he is going to build his little like terrace farm there. I don't think he's supposed to. I don't think he owns that space. I think he just decided, okay, well, no one's using this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and plant some stuff. So he's been out there like every day doing whatever he needs to do to get it all ready. So it's slick as anything because it's just like this really gross red clay mud. And if you've ever worked with clay, you know what it starts to get like when you add water. It turns into slip. So I like busted my ass. I fell and it didn't hurt or anything. I didn't get hurt, but it's uncomfortable because like then all morning I had to sit in wet clothes. And it got on my jacket, but luckily, as you guys saw, I was wearing my leopard jacket, so it really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna sit here. Well, first I'm gonna change, and then I gotta study for a quiz that is way too hard. My evil Dolores Umbridge professor is giving us a quiz that is it's just too much. What are you doing? Were you bad while Mama gone? Yeah, Mama sees. Mama sees. I'm surprised the flowers aren't knocked over. So I don't know that I showed you these pants, and if you guys know me in person at least, you'll probably know that I'm super into anything that's like iridescent and holographic. Shout out to Christine from Simply Illogical. So I don't know if you can see these pants, like to wear them with my holographic shoesies. Yeah, I don't know. I just like looking like I'm always ready for some space travel. I was talking to my friend and he like made a joke that I looked sad today or something. I don't know, I put my head down on the desk and I just started to cry. And I'm okay with like crying in public. It's not that like I used to really like be terribly afraid of crying in public. It was like during our little class break, so it didn't really matter. Like I didn't disturb anybody. I didn't like throw anything off. I don't know what happened. Like I just got really upset. Yeah, so I cried in class and everyone's like part of the thing that's so aggravating, like being here, like they're doing like a big big review of the school now, so everyone's all up in arms. Like we have to wear specific like a pin that says like we're a student at the school and like show pride and blah blah blah. They say you're not allowed to wear certain clothes, like you're not allowed to wear shorts, you're not allowed to wear flip-flops or anything like that. And you have to come to class 10 minutes early before every class. It's so aggravating because they've been sending it over and over and over, like, you guys can't do this. And they're treating us like, A, we're children, and B, like, we've already done something really wrong. And they're like, we're watching you kind of a thing. And I just don't appreciate being treated like that. I've told you guys I really, really dislike being like a pawn. So I was in class and my phone's just ringing, and it was like, this professor, and she's like, I just texted her, I was like, oh, I'm in class. She goes, yeah, I know, but, you know, the dean, blah, 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 dean of a different department, whatever. She was like, yeah, the dean says that by 10 o'clock you have to come to his office because blah blah blah, this, that, the other thing. I was like, I really can't. And at this point it was like 9:30, and at 10:10 I had another class. I was like, I really can't. I have class all day. And she goes, I know, but like, he said you should be there because like he wants like the president of the university to see you there or something. And at that point I was like, okay, so this is one of those things. And then she goes, it's kind of like an emergency. I remember the last time they said it was an emergency, I had to run down, like stop what I was doing, drop everything. They were gonna send people to come to my apartment to look for me because I wasn't answering my phone, so that I could go and basically show off that there's someone who is not Chinese in the department. So at this point I was pissed because I was like, listen, like, I'm not gonna leave my class. Like, I have tests coming up. I'm not gonna leave and do whatever. And I told her, I was like, last time there was an emergency, and I put it in quotes, he wanted me to be there so that the Russian students could see me. And they all knew it, and it was so embarrassing. I was like, I'm not doing that again. I'm not gonna sacrifice my grades, and like, I'm here to learn right now. I'm not here to be shown off like a prize or like, you know, some kind of whatever. And she's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'll tell him. I'm like, all right. Like, you tell him. And like, if that's something that I'm gonna get in trouble with or get in trouble for, like, I just don't, like, if this kind of thing is why I'm here, like, if I'm here because I'm nothing more than something different and like a thing of pride to this department or this school, I don't want to be here because I'm here to like work on my education. I'm here to have a new experience. I'm not here to be used, you know? And I was so aggravated by that. And then like my friend, you know, he didn't say anything wrong. He was like joking about like that I kind of like looked down. He's like, what's your problem today? And like, you know, when you just like already feel bad, the littlest thing is like enough. And I didn't make it so that he would feel bad. Like I didn't, you know, I made sure that he knew he didn't do anything wrong, that I'm just not very stable or whatever it is right now. And then the professor sees me crying. She comes in and she's like, oh, she goes, oh, you must have a cold. You should eat some medicine. And I'm like, why is everything about having a cold here? Why is everything about being sick here? I don't, like, what? Where does this come from? Like, they don't understand how, like, pathogens work here. Like, I don't understand. They're like, oh, you know, you can't drink cold water. You're gonna get sick. You can't eat this thing. You're gonna get sick. Like, you don't understand how this works? Like, I'm sitting sitting with my head down crying, and you're like, oh, you must have a bad cold. I know you're concerned, but don't be. Like, please just leave me alone. So yeah, that was my morning so far. They make it so obvious that they care more about this review than they care about the students here. Like, it's not like I don't know these things, you know? Like, I don't need any of you guys to tell me like, oh, well, what did you expect? Obviously, I expected this. It's just like, it's so aggravating. It's one thing to see it from the outside and then to be in the middle of it. And I know in a couple days I'll be fine. It's just like, I don't know. I'm just like in a shitty mood. Probably because I didn't get to eat too much today. It has nothing to do with where I am or anything. It's just me. I just can't be happy.你要作弊吗？
你们看我做吧，
好，
特别好。
是吗？ 太多了。
太多吗？一点，1、2、3。
哎呀，作弊。
作弊吗？
是的。你干嘛呢？不要。
我还想你不知道什么。
没有水。
我知道，但是
知道吗？
知道的，
真的。
真的。我不错啊。
没有水。
对，下来。
不是。哎，我帮你，这是水的。Guys, this is the cutest little 饺子 I've ever made. Look at its little fish.